you on my man, let's pooch you. Dig what I'm saying? Caught a little jet lag, but I'm golden. Yeah. We deserve Grammys and some Oscars. They deserve Whammies, they imposters. I be rolling with my project homies, it's a vibe. I just put the homie, it's a vibe. Over switch sides, it's a vibe. Yeah. I gon' do it. I gotta accept that I'm a I pull up in several different options. That I will most ever. I shatter your dreams with this cream I make. What? Gotta be on the thinker. I say. What? I can't feel my toes, but ain't gon' fold up. I was in the double law when I rolled.
I've been rolling on the freeway. I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest. I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe. I've been rolling on the freeway. I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest. I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe.
Dig what I'm saying, Chanel drapes on me daily. Dig what I'm saying, sponsored by Mercedes. Dig what I'm saying, this creek alone is on me, maybe. Dig what I'm saying, I'm going hard, yeah. I pop in your memory. You should be glad I'm showing you sympathy. I gave you pure love out the gutter. Ever let you go, you gon' suffer from it. I gon' do it. Different options, that I will most ever. I shatter your dreams with this cream I make. What? Gotta be on the thinker. I say. What? I can't feel my toes, but ain't gon' fold up. I was in the double law when I rolled. Yeah.
I feel like I should be giving up. You can't leave it's too much. But I'm tired of you, me on. And I don't like where this is going. And I've been stuck in all your apologies. Gave my all, but you wanted more from me. Keep your love, it doesn't feel the same. I hope it hurts you when you hear my name.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Ravens going up against the Jaguars.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And the big tight end shifting around. Now the rookie first rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Willie Henry in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. For McCoy, in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole, but the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. The play clock's running down. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Play clock winding down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Three yards remaining here on second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, it's McCoy. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Out of the pistol, it's McCoy. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 49. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
He'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Let's go. Leopard. Leopard.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. shotgun. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, they started this drive in as tough a spot as you can at their own 1, so they're able to march it into field goal range and get 3.
I thought that was a very poised, dare say classy sort of a drive. Backed up in the shadow of your own end zone, yet you come out of it and put points on the board. Well executed.
A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Going deep for Moncrief. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
This is first and goal, and the Jags last year just 8 rushing touchdowns, second fewest in the NFL. To throw is Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Niles Paul, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And some room to maneuver.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
And the Ravens taking the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll set up to throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And some room to roam now. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
Well, there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw the ability there, the ability to be physical and get downhill. And how about him breaking off a nice gain there?
There's some Adrian Peterson comparisons out there now. That's high praise. Do you think that they're warranted?
Running style, very similar.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing now is Bortles. Over the middle to Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Only the Rams made fewer trips to the red zone than the Jags last year, but here they are in the red zone, 1st and 10. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill. And
he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Moore, the man in motion. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Back to throw now on first down. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And it's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. To throw, it's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
When you surrender 24 turnovers in a season, 16 interceptions, 8 fumbles lost, Blake Bortles, you do hire a quarterback guru to try and get you right, don't you?
And that's what he did. Has to limit those turnover numbers, doesn't he?
He has a defense that's ready to play right now. He needs to help them by taking care of the ball.
On play action, now Bortles. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Now Bortles. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. The final shot before half from McCown. So we have reached half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. John Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 89 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up, and then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Perriman in motion right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Bortles. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And all the way down to the 35. A big third down play there for the Jags. 47 yards on the ground. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Well, normally on a third down play, I'm not a huge proponent of play action. But when you run it as effectively as we've seen them do in this game, yeah, it sets it up pretty well.
Yeah, particularly on this drive, they've been great running the ball. Good setup. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now out come the Jags. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Again, it's Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Welcome back now here in London. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the... Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah,
let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now a play fake. Bortles going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 79 yards, and the Ravens have broken the tie. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it, and we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking long for Westbrook. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Lucky 56. Here we go. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
run for it with McCoy. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Miles Jack able to drop him for a loss of 4. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. Man open left side is Brown. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian-Jenkins. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ready. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Green 90. Green 90. Z.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Fournette on the counter. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Bortles. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Malik Jackson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now Leonard Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Bortles going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Running left, it's Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes, right side. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took it the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really.
Yeah. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every ballin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know. Tell a hater get up out my face. Yeah, I've been ballin' since like yesterday. Yeah, all this money all up in the way. Yeah, all this money in the way. You know that I'm walking with the bang. Yeah, water diamond on my ring. You know that I'm rockin' feel the blue. You know that, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah. Just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a scrap. Make it rain just to let you know.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah, little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save her. Say amen. Amen, amen, amen. Yeah, amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check, 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 check. Gonna, gonna, gonna. Win it, we gonna. Gonna, gonna, gonna. Did it like my persona. Gonna, gonna, gonna. Remember them was honest. We used to drive them Hondas. Then we pull up in the Fondas. Glow up, walking, walking. Show up, baby, hold up, glow up, boy, don't touch, we flow, glow up, yeah, I'm laughing to the bank, all new blue Benny Franks, pulled up on him in the tank, yeah, that guy just a rap guy, I'm so mad fly in, he ain't, let me back, I gave me until I was going on Miami, they all cornballs, they can't stand me, I finesse, all them, I hear, get a plan. Postcode at my whoa, on the low. Got strain on yo-yo. She post up a MCM and we like that JoJo. When we out and we see him, he always ask for photo. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't save her. Say amen. Amen, amen, amen. Yeah, amen. That boys and they can't win. Can't win, can't win, can't win, can't win. Check. Gonna. Win it, we gonna. Gonna. Did it like my persona. Gonna. Remember them was honest. We used to drive them Hondas. Then we pull up in the Fondas. Glow up, walking. Show up, baby, hold up, glow up, boy, don't touch. We flow, glow up. She lucky, cause she 5 mil cash in Tucky. I walk up in Neiman, spend 10K just like it's nothing. I hang with the demons, they don't play by me, we cut. I was coolin', Atlanta, mixed with the Fanta. All them, I got Santa, I go monkey, all that. Gonna do just what I say. Pull up, fastest Uber in that right. Like a beast in the jungle.